Hello, StarSurfer here. This is the monthly astrology reading for the month of June 2023 for my Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. Hey, Cappies. Hi. How you doing, my mergoats? You coming up out the sea? You climbing up that mountain? How you feel? Just tuning into your chart, I was checking in. I was getting the Eight of Wands, which is communication, things accelerating. Quick astrology breakdown for you for the month. Pluto, as of Sunday, has just retrograded back into your sign. Pluto, the planetary archetype of transformation, catharsis, evolution. The submerged are the hidden, the dark, the mysterious, the depths. It was in your sign from 2008 until March, and I have a feeling that was a pretty intense time for you. I have a feeling that things probably got a little chaotic, but you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, grew immensely, evolved hugely through that time. And then in March, Pluto left your sign and moved into the next sign of Aquarius. That heaviness, that force eased. I don't want you to panic because Pluto is back in your sign, right? This is a review, right? Don't feel like you are moving backwards. Feel like you are wrapping up. Pluto will be gone from your sign for good by next year. It will never come back within our lifetime. Pluto moves way too slowly for someone to see Pluto return. So what did you learn? What were the lessons? What are you holding? What are you taking? What are you leaving behind? Have you done the work? You have. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. This is a review, a wrapping up, as I said. One final exam. That's an analogy that should work for you, my Capricorns. One final exam to make sure you learn the lessons. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. You'll know. You'll know. This is an admin challenge. This is, how do I get all of my ducks in a row so that come 2024, I am full speed ahead, Eight of Wands. That's where you want to be. It might be frustrating that this is, wait, did I leave anything? Am I taking anything with me I don't need that will weigh me down? Do this work. Enjoy this time. Review. Reestablish. Reinvigorate. Right? This is what a retrograde is for. All of those reverbs. Reform. All of that. Use this. It is a moment in passing, and it is not forever. If it feels like you've taken so many steps forward and now it's like a step back, know that this is what it is. A glance back before we lunge forward into the future forever. Mars is in Leo right now, which is your 8th house. The 8th house is symbolic of all of those things we share with others. So that could be more mundane things like debt and taxes, inheritances, wills, but it can also be more metaphysical things, and you have comfortability in both areas. It can be love, sex, right? It can be connection. It can be attachment. It can also be death and loss. It's when we gain and it's when we lose. Mars is invigorating you here. You can go through a kind of catharsis or transformation around all of those subjects between now and mid-July when your next reading comes out. Use this energy. It's flamboyant, victorious, it's warrior energy. Attack those things that linger, that hold you down, that weigh you down, that have outlived their purpose and their use to you. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of luck, which can be good or bad. Jupiter, all of the planets represent like an archetypal energy in our lives. They are merely a reflection of what's happening inside of us, right? Jupiter is the benevolent benefactor. It is here to bestow blessings, but not to do the work for you. Jupiter is in Taurus, your 5th house of romance, pleasure, creativity, children. This is an opportunity, a chance to really get the ball rolling with something, especially when you have all of that Mars energy I just talked about, where you can defeat whatever might have held you up around these topics in the past, and really just surge forward. Again, Jupiter sometimes, often, in the initial moments or months of its time in any area of our chart, feels frustrating because we realize how we've been limited both by circumstance and by ourselves. So you might realize in the process of reckoning with how you've limited yourself creatively, romantically, artistically, in terms of business, in terms of being willing to take a risk, to make a gamble towards something that you feel passionate about. Okay, use that frustration, use that kind of bumping up against the limits that are placed around you, both by self and others. Use that frustration to goad you into expansion, because that's ultimately what Jupiter wants for you, right? Is to expand beyond the limitations you have found yourself within. There is always room to grow. There is always room for more. There is always room to expand. So go for it. Do it. Enjoy it. There is a tendency for Capricorns to get caught up in work, in accomplishment and achievement, and to lose touch with pleasure, the simple joys, right? But this is saying, no. No, you can have both and. In fact, you must, if either is to mean anything. It only is meaningful when it is in opposition to the other. Play only means something when it is contrasted with work. Work only really means something when we can contrast it with the moments of play. Start to, whatever area of your life feels like it's lacking, and I'm gonna guess it's the play part, build it up. Feel the frustration, acknowledge the limitations, the smallness that you have accepted in that area of your life. Use that flamboyant warrior energy to break out of your barriers, to bust out of your limitations. You will be unstoppable. You will be unstoppable. Yeah? All right. Let's pull some cards. This is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck. Animal energy is very helpful to work with, especially with all of this Taurus energy present in the sky, Earth energy. They have a lot of advice, a lot of wisdom to offer us. If you do read, highly recommend this deck. Again, this is for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. That is a lot of people. So take the messages that resonate. You will know what is for you. You will know what is not for you. And leave the rest. But be willing. Keep an open mind. Take a moment and breathe, my Capricorns. I can feel you. Like, what's the answer? Take a moment and breathe. What's the possibility? Let's reframe the question like that, yeah? What is the possibility? Any messages or insights for my Capricorns? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. Woo! Butterfly. Transformation. Coming out of the chrysalis, the cocoon, and into the world, taking flight. You have been in the incubator. You have been encapsulated, enclosed. I feel like a hermit energy coming off of that. I feel like a separated energy because you needed to conserve resources for this transformation you've been going through. But this is the time to bust out and put that skill, put that new you out into the world and to conquer, to be free. Again, to bust the barriers that I was talking about, that you've built for yourself or that life has placed on you. They were placed upon you for a reason. Life places obstacles so that we can see how, we need to break through them. So that we can gain the skills to expand, to be free, to fly. Capricorn is an earth sign. It can be super grounded, but it can also be heavy, to earth bound. This is saying you have gone through Pluto in your sign for 15 years. What did you learn that is giving you the ability to fly now? What did you learn? What did you become? Who have you become? The butterfly, right? You're not a caterpillar anymore. You can fly, right? You can be free. You can bust out. You can expand. Unicorn and the snake. Third eye energy, and again, the snake. What does the snake do? Right? I see this as the completion of a cycle. Something in your life is wrapped up and done. A chapter is closed, finished, finito, done. Period. Turn the page. Start the next. Fly on, right? Don't stay in this chapter. It is done. This is, I'm getting the world card energy. You have completed something. You have learned this lesson. Don't doubt that. Don't doubt that. A snake, when it is time for it to grow, sheds its skin. It is uncomfortable. It is intense, but by letting go of whatever old understanding of yourself, whatever role you felt you had to play in your life that no longer suits, right? That you have evolved past, you will be able to grow freely, expand and move, take up the space you deserve to take up, right? I love this for you too. Third eye energy, the unicorn. Look where that horn is coming out of. Right in its third eye chakra. People don't give you enough credit, Capricorn, for the psychic awareness you have. You have, in my opinion, the most mystical, representation in the zodiac. You have a mermaid goat. What is that? A goat with a mermaid tail? There is an aspect of you, and we need to give you this credit because you are firing on this cylinder. All systems go here. That is very mystical. That is very spiritually aware, attuned. That is not just the mountain climber, not just the doer, right? Not just the achiever, not just right? The father figure, not just the caretaker. It is the mystic. Lean more into this energy because it can guide you through this transformation. I have a strong feeling this transformation involved your spirit. It might have, and I'm almost positive it did have, consequences and ramifications, effects on your external world, the way you work, where you live, the way you relate to other people, but primarily it was a spiritual transformation. You are you're flipping your little goat tail, right? And it's lovely. What does your intuition tell you is true? Both about yourself and about what your next step should be, where this butterfly needs to fly, where you need to fly. What skin did you shed? Where are you being asked to expand by your intuition? What is being said to you, communicated to you, in moments of quiet, of inaction, of reflection? This Pluto retrograde that will last until next year will be a beautiful moment to get in touch with that, so that when it moves fully out of your sign, never to return in 2024, Pluto in Aquarius era, for good, the skin is shed and this butterfly is taking off, right? Any other messages or insights for my Capricorns? Can I get one more card? Oh, yep. Oh, okay. Fire ant, agitation, anger. I want to say that this feels like an old you. And why I'm saying that is because there is a way, because you are so capable, because you've crossed every T and dotted every I, because you are always like 5 steps ahead of all of us, especially like in the workplace. It might feel like there are times there are definitely times when you feel like, why aren't these people getting it? Like, why do I have to do everything around here? I'm frustrated, I'm agitated, I'm over it. Like, other people step it up, get on my level. You're on a new level. You're on a new level. This agitation is not helpful. You know that. What is getting frustrated and like steaming around and like muttering under your breath about how like incapable your coworkers are, or your family is, or your friend group is, like, what has that ever done for you? Has it helped? Do you feel better? No, you probably feel heavier, darker, muddied, just angry, annoyed, irritated. This energy here is not burdened by petty irritation. This is petty. It's petty. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to call it like I see it. That's petty. You can be petty. It's okay. We can all be petty. But Capricorn, you can be petty about the way you perceive ineptitude in others. But it's because you are so capable, right? Grant others the grace that you feel, that you embody. Float above it, right? There's also a bit of that, like, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Save that energy for the attacks that are worth it. The rest of the time, you're floating. You are strong. Overall was the lion. And again, we are very heavily in Leo energy right now. Lilith, Lilith, Mars, Venus, are all in Leo. So this is an energy we're all picking up on. But for you, this transformation, if I could pick them up, calls for true leadership, for you to step truly into your power. A lion is not bothered by an ant. No, why would it be? What a waste. How embarrassing it would be to see a lion freak out over an ant. No, you are stronger than that. You have risen above that. You have transcended beyond that. Sit in the seat of your power and do not give it up for a petty irritation. And consider where you want to go with this power. Observe. Listen. Shed. And fly away. Yeah? All right. Time for some tarot. Classic. Let's see if there are any more messages for you, my Capricorns. It can be really satisfying to get frustrated. It can be really satisfying to get angry. It can be really satisfying because it makes you feel like you do know better. To be able to be like, nah, these idiots. Nah. The leader, the true leader, the benevolent leader is always extending grace to those they lead. Right? Love. The lion leads with an open heart, not a cold hand. So follow that example. Lead with an open heart. Any other messages or insights from my Capricorns? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Any other messages for my Cappies? Cappy. Ooh, yeah. I love that. The High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. This is here. You are attuned. The High Priestess is intuition personified, right? She sees all. She is receptive, yin, divine feminine energy, leading to an emotional rebirth, right? The Ace of Cups is an emotional beginning, something new. Your intuition, if you allow it to show you, is trying to guide you towards a rebirth, a transformation, something new. I will say this, for you Capricorn, this might be frustrating because the High Priestess doesn't do shit. She just sits there and sees and knows. But it is the sitting and seeing and knowing that leads to an emotional rebirth, restart, transformation. It won't be the doing. It will be the knowing. But they do want to say, and there is a balancing act needed here, right? Between receiving and acting, right? Between knowing and doing. How do you balance the goat with the mermaid, right? This feels like a part of whatever this transformation was teaching you how to balance all of these beautiful parts of yourself in a much more productive or integrated way. What have you neglected, and what suffered from that? Like, what have you focused on, and what consequently deserves your attention because it hasn't gotten it in so long? It feels like it's the spirit, the hearing, the knowing, the meditating, the receiving, the feminine, right? Capricorn is masculine energy. Receive and sit. Balance out all of that yang, all of that do, all of that accomplish with a sitting back and receiving with some feminine yin energy. Judgment, and then right underneath it, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles upright is like balance of giving and receiving. In reverse, it is, there's an imbalance, right, between being able to give and also receive. We cannot give if we don't allow ourselves to receive. This is telling me there has been a call, a transformation, an evolution, a shedding of the inability to be on both sides of this equation. For me, Capricorn, I feel intuitively you are much more comfortable being on the giving side, most people are, than the receiving side. But did you give with strings attached? Did you give with frustration and irritation, like, oh my God, I'm doing this and I can't believe I have to do this, and why can't this person do this for themselves? Whatever that was, whatever this was, is no more. You're being asked to change it. You'll know, right, if you listen, what the call here is, what the rebalancing is in terms of give and take. Where have you allowed yourself to fall too heavily onto one side of that equation? Overall, the King of Pentacles, this is you. There is a way you are in the true seat of your power right now, right? There is a way that you have fully come into your own. You have so many powerful spiritual cards here. You have Judgment, you have the High Priestess, you have the Ace of Cups, right? You have the Unicorn, you have the Butterfly. Like, this is a new you. This is old. Bye. We're done. But this tells me we have arrived. We are in it. We can do, but we can also be emotionally open, sensitive, intelligent. As emotionally intelligent as we are intelligent, right? As wise of heart as we are of mind, as accomplished in spirit as we are in matter. We are new. Where are we to go from here? Who are we to be? What are we to know? You know, right? I know you know, my little mergoats. I know you know, right? Get in it. Balance. Let go of that irritation, that lopsided equation of giving and receiving, that frustration you felt at others' incompetence, right? And get into the lion, open-hearted leader, the seat of your power, which is a power both earthen and mystical, both grounded and beyond. Yeah? Let's get a message for you for the month from Spirit. We'll check it out. Can I get one? Woo, wanted to give you a bunch. Can I get one? Yeah. Oh, you got two. One message. Harmony, power, self-confidence, productivity, 3. And Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding. Again, harmony, balancing. There is a self-confidence and productivity are 2 of the keywords here. This is that. But Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. Like, here we are. Here's the 2 parts of your reading. Wrapped up. 3 and 5. Let's read each of these. And then go tackle whatever to-do list you have for the weekend. All right, harmony. Actually, I'm not going to show that because I feel like YouTube does not like that drawing. All right, power, self-confidence, productivity. This card heralds a period of inner and outer harmony. In the coming months, you will feel an increased sense of self-confidence, which will result in greater productivity. It's as if you have learned to harness the primal forces of nature and are able to channel this energy in a powerful and meaningful way to achieve your goals. Your guiding stars are in harmonious alignment at present. This is a fortunate time for you, and this period will continue for several months. Be mindful of the power you have at present. Honor it, respect it, and use it wisely. What you learn in this time will help you greatly in the future. Observe your state of mind during this time, as well as your actions and how you react to others. Notice how many doors open and how previously inaccessible paths now become clear of obstacles. All you desire comes to you with little effort, all because there is harmony in your inner and outer worlds. Remember this in the future, for it will serve you well. And then we have Gaia. Let's see. Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual understanding. The Gaia card is the most powerful card in this deck. It shows that you have a deep spiritual connection to the earth and a deep spiritual understanding of life. What have I been saying? Gaia, the Earth Mother, thanks you for the love and consideration you show towards her and the love you have for all living things. She encourages you to gently and lovingly share your wisdom and knowledge of the earth with others. Perhaps you may join with like-minded souls to share your message of love, or you may choose to do practical things to help the earth restore her balance and well-being. Yet this is not a call to preach to others. You are a beacon of light. Remain that way. Share your knowledge and wisdom only with those that are ready to hear it, and do not fear the earth changes that are taking place, for all is evolving and unfolding as it should. All the earth needs is a little more love. All evolves and unfolds through love. You are in harmony with yourself, the two parts of yourself, the spiritual and the earthly. And this is powerful. You are connected to the earth. You have the power. You're letting go. You are transforming into something incredibly spiritual. An evolution, a shedding, a rebirth. Get with it, right? Where are we gonna go? Bye, Cappies. Talk to you soon.